history of nuclear weapons, there are a bunch of examples of secrecy and personnel restrictions and things being used to silence people who had safety concerns or ethical concerns. So both compartmentalization, so that fewer people sort of like knew about a thing and could complain it, and then trying to like jail or otherwise get rid of or exclude individual people who had too many ethical concerns, basically, in particular Szilard. And I think a lot of trying to get the scientists to shut up if they're being too annoying about stuff. And I think we actually have seen this specifically being used in the AI case already. I believe when Leopold was fired from OpenAI, there was some claim that this was like about having leaked confidential information, which I don't know the details here, but it's very plausible to me that basically every one of these companies is doing a bunch of stuff that's like technically leaking, and if you want to get rid of someone, you can like go through all their documents and like find something that they did. Yeah. Even people who would have otherwise been relatively sort of pacifist or not super excited about weapons, like once it's the thing that you've been working on for ages, it's really hard to be like, maybe this isn't good.
Just stop completely.
Yeah, companies that are developing AI seem like particularly bad decision makers as they have such conflicts of interest.
You mentioned Szilard, who was, I think, one of the first people to twig that a nuclear weapon might be possible, and he wrote to various people to say it's really important that America do this before the Nazis.
Right. Yes, I'm a Szilard fan. He was actually thinking about like what are the most important things happening in the world. So he foresaw nuclear weapons in early 1930s and then was like, yeah, I should keep this secret because it seems bad if the Nazis got it. He then, with Einstein, wrote the letter to the US government that sort of kicked the bomb project in the US into action. The original justification was, we don't want the Nazis to have a nuclear monopoly. That sort of like seems like a very reasonable justification. During the course of the project, it migrated from that to actually we're going to just use it to shorten the war by bombing the Japanese, and then now it's like arms race with the Soviet Union. And I think very few of the people actually left the project after that momentum. Like Joseph Rotblat was one person. There were multiple people who sort of said this is a terrible thing and I wouldn't want to work on it. But in this particular case, if only the Nazis having the bomb, that would be really bad. So you work on it in this special circumstance, then it's like, oh yeah, that isn't actually true anymore. And people are like, well, I'm here now. I feel like I see parallels in AI. People give reasons for why it's important for them to be first or push ahead or something. And they're like, we're the most safe, or like this other competitor is doing this thing. And like their actions don't change as those other facts about the situation change.